Today we're going to look at three chapters, 2 Kings 18 through 20. Now, just before the northern kingdom of Israel was destroyed by Assyria, the southern kingdom of Judah had one of their greatest kings since David, at least according to the editor of this book, Hezekiah. A man who was definitely not perfect in following God, but he did seek to follow God more than any other king of the southern kingdom alone, at least to this point. Now, again, remember, there's this prophecy of David. They're looking for this kind of eternal king, and they're waiting for a good king to come and to be greater than David. And so each new king, the nation, at least those who were faithful, would have been hoping for this king to come. Now, when Hezekiah was king, Assyria destroyed the northern kingdom, and when they were done, they attacked Judah, despite receiving a massive tribute payment. And they required Hezekiah basically to strip the temple and the treasury of the nations, all the precious metals. Assyria wanted total domination. With no money, no wealth, they can't buy soldiers, they can't hire troops, can't train them. Assyria can. And so Assyria, the army, at least a portion of it, surrounded Jerusalem. And we read this, and we can also read this section in Isaiah as well, and in Chronicles. The commander of the army of Assyria speaks where the people can hear him. Why are you fighting? Don't let Hezekiah make you think that your God can help you. The gods of other nations haven't helped them. You know, who is your God compared to the might of, us kind of idea. And Hezekiah takes a letter, takes kind of a record of what the commander said, and takes it to the temple, takes it as close as he can go as king, and takes it to God and says, God, have you heard this? He calls the people to mourn and to fast. Now remember, fasting is a response of there's something that's grievous that's going on, and being surrounded is definitely a grievous event. And God gives an answer through prophet Isaiah. Deliverance is going to come. And that night, the army outside the walls had 185,000 soldiers die from one angel. And the Syrian king, who was in the capital, he's himself killed shortly thereafter, putting the whole nation, that empire, into civil unrest, effectively ceasing any military threat to Judah. And then we see Hezekiah, show great faith, and well, first he gets sick, is promised recovery, is given 15 more years of health, and when envoys from another Assyrian vassal state, Babylon, come to pay respects to Hezekiah, Hezekiah just basically shows them, here's what we have, here's what we've been able to rebuild, here's all that now Judah possesses. Now, historians kind of go, were these Babylonian ambassadors kind of looking to, hey, could this be a potential ally for our soon, they're planning to overthrow Assyria? Was this just to see what kind of resources would we have if we take this country? Regardless of their motives, Isaiah comes to Hezekiah and says, who are those people? What'd you do? Hey, they're from Babylon. I showed them everything. And Isaiah goes, Hezekiah, they're going to come and they're going to take everything that you've shown them away. But it's not going to happen in your lifetime. And Hezekiah's response is it one of faith or is it one of complacency and self-centeredness? He goes, that's good news, because it's not going to happen in his lifetime. Here's a question I want to just consider for a moment. How do we measure success? Hezekiah was called a great king, but the nation was nearly conquered. The success, only happened because of God. So was Hezekiah's success? Not militarily, not politically. Success with God is measured by faithfulness. And when we do that, and when we're faithful, the results are up to God. Sometimes we will see gain happen. Sometimes we won't. We're called to be faithful. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. and today would you know his peace. God bless.